mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. What's good?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of the Urban X podcast. We are here in the building.
We ready to get this thing popping.
Facts. We're here.
Right?
Yes.
You know how Mondays are, but a lot has happened over the weekend. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fresh off. We've concluded the baby shower festivities.
Yeah, the virtual baby shower was the bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, considering all things considered. Now, with that being said, knowing and understanding, you know, you have this preconceived notion of how you want things to go, especially young girls, young women, should I say, and for it not to happen the way you wanted it to happen. However, you guys, man, remixed that and put that thing out there. And the support was great.
Facts. Thank you, everybody, man.
You know, the support was tremendous.
That was amazing. Like, think about normal baby showers. They probably get 100 people. We had like 5,000 people watch it.
Yes.
Think about that.
You really don't get no better than that. You made some change.
Yeah, people donated.
People donated and got to get a snapshot into the window.
Yes.
You know, and I know wifey don't like to be on the camera a lot. She did a great job, you know what I'm saying, hosting. And so... It became final, like this is real.
Yeah.
And then you sent me a picture. You put the crib together.
That was all me.
I'm a little worried.
That was all me.
I'm a little worried.
Don't be. I checked and double checked.
Okay.
And triple checked that thing.
Because when I put things together, there's usually a bunch of screws left over.
There was no screws left over.
I usually just tuck those under somewhere. Like, hey. So there was no screws left over.
There was no screws left over.
Everything was where it needs to be.
Facts.
All right, because that's my grandbaby. Want to make sure he's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Side note, we bought Odyssey a car.
Yeah, everybody get up the road. Everybody, if you're in the New York area, just clear the roads.
Clear the roads. No, she's actually a pretty good driver. She's pretty good. She doesn't have a license yet because of the COVID situation, but she got her vehicle, man, and she's super duper hype.
Yeah, she's buying stuff already for the car.
Yeah, she buying license plates and all little girly things, but still stay off the road here. Stay. Rookie drivers, stay off the road.
Right.
So other than that,
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm happy to be alive. I'm starting to get a little stressed.
Yeah.
You know, this situation, they keep doubling down on it. And, you know, just overall, my anxiety levels is just like, geesh. Can we at least begin to progress to the next phase of this? So they keep beating me down. And I know I'm not the only one who feel that way. And I don't watch a lot of the news, but I do be on my timeline so that I can know whatever it is we're talking about, you know, for the show. And it's becoming like, I don't know what they're doing here, but we'll talk about it.
So
you know?
the thing is with our situation, because like me, I like to just unplug from things when I get too overwhelmed, especially like on social media. I'll just like get off it. However, we need social media for
what we do.
For what we do here, for our job here. So
right.
It's kind of catch-22 in that sense. And that was one of the reasons we kind of stopped the first time, because we just got tired.
We were burnt out of the same a monotonous situation. But I learned a lot during that time is that what you do for the people, that can't go unnoticed, because people getting on our case.
Yeah.
Like y'all leaving, y'all just gonna get up and bounce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who the hell y'all think y'all are and shit. So, you know, your devotion to the people and you know what we do, the small amount of stuff that we do, our people appreciate it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And we appreciate you know, you guys for being in the chat and rocking with us.
Definitely. What does your shirt say?
Oh, my shirt says,
Get camera 3.
we are not here to start a race war. We are here to end one. 1619. So no, we here to end this race war, because we've been in a race war since we got here. So when I hear people say, yo, they trying to start the race war, even I used to say that, and then I had to go, wait a minute. We've been in a race war. The minute we touched the shores, you know what I'm saying? Those who did touch the shore as servants and slaves and all of that. And what does your shirt say?
Mine just says Juneteenth since 1865, independence.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
And you can get these.
Yes, on shopurbanx.com. They're all on sale. We're having a Juneteenth sale this week. So all you have to do, the people who are subscribed to the blog, they got the code this morning. So all you have to do is subscribe to, go to urbanx.nyc, give your email, and then you'll get the code. And then you can apply that to your order of over $50. You'll get 10% off, plus the free shipping that's already there.
Right, so you're getting the free shipping.
Getting the free shipping
But
already.
if you want the extra 10% off, we need an email address.
Yes.
Right, I like that. I think that's fair.
I think that's
Somebody
fair, too.
just donated to us. I want to make sure. Oh, peace. Mass 528.
Peace to the Titans.
Peace,
Thank you.
Peace. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that works.
All right. So
That works. And I believe these, like I said, up on the site.
Are these up on the site?
Tonight. Okay,
Tonight.
yeah.
They'll be up on the site.
Up on the site tonight. And we got the app, so
Yes.
you know.
The code is also available on the app as well.
Right, the code is also available on the app. 1979 JCN.
Thank you.
Thank you. Atlanta checking in. Yeah, man, Atlanta's popping.
Let's talk about it right now.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, you would think with all what's happening with the George Floyd protests, the riots, everything that's been happening, you would think that you would see a slowdown in police killings. You would think that the next cop doesn't want to be the one that'll make
Headlines in the wrong way.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. There was a man named Rayshard Brooks who was killed over the weekend. He was shot in his back. He didn't have any guns on him. He took a police officer's taser, but he didn't have a gun on him. So then he was killed, and people in Atlanta flipped Atlanta. They burned down the Wendy's. They stopped traffic and the highway. So I understood what was happening. The only thing I'm always worried about situations like this, because it just gives the other side an opening to try to justify it.
Because he fought them.
He fought them, right? Yes, we saw the tape. But at the same time, there should be, like, killing somebody should be the last resort to something.
Especially during this particular climate, right?
No, it should always be the last resort.
No, it should always be.
Especially when somebody is not threatening your life. He was running away, so the fact that you killed him just means you were just trying to kill him.
And the fact that you were in a conversation with him for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Right? So obviously a 20-minute conversation should let you know this man was not a threat.
He was sleeping in his car. Because he was drinking, so he wanted to pull over. He didn't want to drive.
And I commend him for that. So when you say that you are here to service the community, y'all was supposed to give him a ride to his nearest location. That's it. That's called service in the community. Don't get into a tussle with this man who's already, intoxicated to agitate a situation in the climate in Atlanta that's already at a fever pitch. It is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he pointed the taser. I don't want to hear none of that. That man did not deserve to die like that. That man did what he felt was the right thing. How many people don't pull over?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And wind up killing somebody.
Facts.
So the fact that
And he even
pulled
said,
over,
I live right down the road, but then he like, that was a real commendable thing to do.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But me and you talked, and you said you would think police officers would tone down. But when you've been operating the same way, the modus of operandi for 400 years, you don't know how to tone down.
Oh, Jay Garner said, no, a white woman burned down. Oh, she got caught for that.
She got caught.
She got caught for that.
Yeah, white lady did burn down the Wendy's. I'm glad somebody taped it so that we would stop being blamed for things we didn't do.
Facts.
And she was probably a part of the Antifa or something like that. It's because they're everywhere.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
Yeah, we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all of that. So, you know, when we in a situation like this, these officers have one speed, and they hate you, and they want to take you down, and they're afraid of you.
Yes.
So you shouldn't be police officers. They're automatically afraid of you, and this is what we're dealing with. But something has got to click to go, in this climate, dude, I want to be seen as a photo op driving this man home.
Right.
So you can say, see, all police officers,
Right.
jeez, and you wind up shooting this man. And then I heard, like they heard the recordings. I forget what was said. Like you could hear one of the police officers saying, "We got him," or something. My adrenaline is still flowing. Something. So somebody in the chat.
I think that's from something else.
Oh, okay. That might be something else. Okay.
But like I would say, I think because as police officers, like something should be done every time a cop discharges his weapon.
Absolutely.
No matter if he hits somebody or not, that's where it should click in their head. Like, do I want to? Like, it should be a last option to shoot somebody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then when you take somebody like Dylan Roof, who killed 8 or 9 people, and they escort his ass to Burger King.
Or recently, it was I saw another naked white dude chasing after cops.
Oh, that's
after
another.
He killed somebody. He killed like a mother and a daughter, something like that.
And so it goes to show you they do have restraint.
Yeah.
They just don't have restraint for us. How the hell you gonna take Dylan Roof to Burger King, feed him to make sure he's okay, after he done killed 8 to 9 people? This is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Here's a guy who was a little bit inebriated, pulled over to the side.
Because I see a lot of people in the chat right now saying he shouldn't have resisted, survived the encounter. All stuff I agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always just want to get to the next day if you're dealing with police, right? That's the goal. Right? However, in that situation, he's drunk. You guys have the gun. Your other partner has another taser.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to control and without, being like, to police the situation better.
Absolutely.
As a cop.
Absolutely. And because for those in the chat who think, well, he had that coming because he resisted arrest, I need you to understand this. What we're fighting for is for police officers to be better equipped to assess every situation as it is a threat or not a threat. Now, if he had a gun on him, I understand. I gotta go, because you should know I'd be the first one up here to go, that don't look good, right? In the climate that we already in, and police officers, thank you, with police officers being retrained, because they retraining them every week of what to expect, how to do, and then you come out and you conversate with him for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That should be the end of that conversation, right? Then it escalates, and now he's strong enough to get one of the tasers away, and he's running away. Yes, he turned and fired the taser. I think maybe he did, right? Yes.
Or was about to.
Or was about to. In any event, you turn and you hit him twice in his back.
That should kind of be the end of any debate right there. You shoot somebody in their back.
Yeah.
Anytime, whatever the situation is, he has a gun. He doesn't have a gun on him.
Right.
He cannot. So the excuse of "I feared for my life" is not
absolutely. Unless you're gonna say something like, "Well, the taser is known to cause deaths." Then why the hell are they using it?
Facts.
All right. Why the hell are the police department able to use tasers if hundreds or thousands of people die every year from tasers? Then you shouldn't be able to use that shit either. So I'm upset mainly because of everything, but the climate adds extra to it. You know what I mean? We already in the streets marching for this very same thing.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and do that. That's like, you just took that to the next level. The police commissioner had to resign.
Yes.
A lot of heat on her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I guess being a white commissioner in Atlanta.
That's why you would think they would chill.
Yeah. So, I'm very deeply disturbed by this. Our condolences go out to his family. And now this is becoming so normal and regular because we got a lot to uncover tonight of lynchings, of shootings. It's just so much going on in this world. And brothers and sisters, it's a great time to be alive, but we also have to just be aware and cognizant of everything that's happening around us so that we don't lose focus and get caught into something other than what the true purpose is. So if you're in your spiritual vibration, you sit back, you recognize, you notice, but you still can be affected by the physical aspects of everything going on, and it can wear you down. I am worn out. When I heard about what happened to the brother, I just was worn out. Like, I'm trying to get myself back together, and then this happens, and then I'm hearing about the lynches. This is just
we could talk about that now. There's been reportings of lynching since last week all around the country.
Yes,
right. And every time I've heard about one
alleged lynchings,
every time I've heard about one of these, they always say police suspect suicide. I'm just like, all right, how the hell is a man hanging from a tree or a woman hanging from a tree suicide?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. How's that ever been suicide?
So, and then me and you talked about last week, we even talked about how if the logic of, in 2016 when racists were so tired of Obama and having a black president that they was so enraged that they got enough in them to vote Trump in. What do you think is happening now with all these sweeping changes, all these Black Lives Matter? Like, it's enraging them for something crazy to happen.
And that's why I said last week, there's one more card left to be played. And that card is these extremists are they just had enough. You know what I mean? All of this black love, they thought they'd never see the day. I don't care how fabricated the black love is. In their mind, because we're dealing with social engineering. So, it's a form of a general mind control that the masses or asses are going to fall for it anyway. So they are super pissed.
Yeah.
After 8 years of seeing a black man with a black woman in office, not a light-skinned, fairy-haired, a sister, shea butter sister.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to get into all the conspiracy theories and what I really think is going on. That's another day. Right? But the perception of it.
Yeah.
Right? So now, can you imagine 8 years of that? People are boiling.
Yeah.
So they get their man in. Now their man is in, and the other side don't like it. You know what I mean? Because he's doing whatever he's got to do, and now more and more racists are starting to feel comfortable.
Empowered.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right? And then y'all turn around and do a Black Lives Matter
murals in the street,
world
street
campaign,
names.
and you think pure white people are going to sit back and take that? So if you're walking alone, brothers and sisters, be careful.
Especially if you live in one of these,
one of these towns where they can pull that off.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I don't know how you climb up a tree to hang yourself from a tree. Maybe there's a way to do it and have 4 of them, because one just happened in Houston tonight.
There was one by a state building, and no cameras.
Yeah, right. Yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So we got a lot going on. There's about 7 or 8 drive-by shootings by white supremacists.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That we've also heard about. So they're now moving into that phase of picking us off. So you got the police department picking us off. You have, the white supremacists doing their job.
And right now we're all in a state of hypnosis because of all this Black Lives symbolism that's happening. So a lot of people are being caught with their pants down figuratively.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They thinking like it's sweet. It's not.
And that's why I said, don't be fooled by all of this stuff you see going on. Be extra alert.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible. It's mathematically impossible for all that many white people to go, you know what? We like black people now.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, hillbillies, in rural towns, one person rallies, little Sally on the yard, you know what I mean? She's 9 years old with a Black Lives Matter sign. I'm not buying it. You shouldn't be buying it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to ingest and take in at one time, and I'm a little drained. A
lot of drain, bro.
You know what I mean? So this is just off the rails.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And more news. There was a 19-year-old black woman by the name of Oluwatoyin. I'm sorry if I mess up her name. I really am. Salau, and she was from Florida, and she was found dead today, right? And and then she actually tweeted about something that had happened to her like a few days.
Sexual assault
that had happened to her a few days before, and then she ended up dead. So a lot of people, the discussion, rightfully so, turned to the protection of black women in all of this as well. But I also wanted to kind of shift our conversation tonight to why some of these things cause so much division within our community.
Yes.
We're all, we should be on the same page with these things.
No,
right?
absolutely.
Well, because what I see, if you have Twitter, if you have Instagram, any type of social media, something like this happens to a black woman, like every day people are fighting for Breonna Taylor. They're like, the cops that killed her are still walking free. And
they passed some kind of law in her name.
And she's still
still no arrest, which is odd. But
right?
Go ahead, yeah.
So anytime these things happen to black women, other black women, rightfully so, they go to bat like, "Yo, we're not protected either," right? And black men don't protect us, and the system is not right for us either. And then what does that do? That causes black men in return to get defensive, like, "Yo, what the hell? Like, we didn't do nothing." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it all black men, and it becomes a fractured. Like within a fractured,
a very
community.
Divisive. It becomes very divisive, and that's our problem, which we'll discuss all night tonight. How we can't accomplish our goals because we're one-upping each other.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. And condolences out to her family. You know what I mean, and all that she's been through. We are so hurt. We are under so much attack, and that's all of us are under attack. That it's hard to say we need to just go to war collectively. Yeah. You know what I mean? To fight for our existence. But if we're gonna start partitioning what's important and this is not important, and we in-house fighting, who benefits? The very people that we should be taking down.
Because I even posed this question to my friends and to the timeline. I said the slogan, if we're gonna say Black Lives Matter, the slogan should be all Black Lives Matter, because it just automatically assumes
inclusive
everybody, right?
So we don't have to go, well, this group is not included. All Black Lives Matter.
That's what I thought was assumed when I heard Black Lives Matter, but it's not. It leaves too much open space for people to get upset, to pick it apart.
Well, they pick it apart anyway by saying all lives matter. Well, you know what I mean?
Well, even then, all Black Lives Matter. We're not talking about anybody else. We're talking about all Black lives. You want to talk about black women? We're talking about black women. You want to talk about the LBG? If you're in part of that community, we're talking about that as well. Like
absolutely,
all the way around, right? So I just because I just find it so interesting. Literally, you can time it. Anytime something like this happens,
as soon as we started picking up so-called momentum, Billy Porter showed up.
And Billy Porter, and I want people to kind of just watch his temperament in that video, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like he was reading off of a script that somebody had, you know what I'm saying?
Handed him, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He was getting in front of the camera like, okay, this is, a black man is getting way too much,
too much shine.
No, I got to get in front of the camera.
I must get in front of the camera.
That's how it felt. And then what happens is, because me and my friends, we talk about this a lot. I said, if I say, I don't care if you're gay, we all have the same issues, we should be on the same page right now. Is that like homophobic? They said it's dismissive, right?
How's that dismissive?
Because me saying I don't care can be taken another way.
Oh.
They're saying like that can be taken as dismissive, right? But that is
not for sale. Thank you, Kevin Macon. Thank you.
But I think that is the overall sentiments of a lot of people who get mad at gay people when it seems like they're trying to get in front of a movement or they're trying to make a movement about themselves. It's like, yo, all right, because me personally, I don't believe that all black people are homophobic, because if that was the case, there would be no black people around.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it would be, if it was just sheer numbers, right? There's more heterosexual black people than there are gay people. So if that was the case, if it was just a sweeping problem, I'm not saying that there isn't violence within the community.
Of course.
There is.
Of course.
I'm not saying it is not. There is. But I'm saying is, if the numbers were like the media portrays and some of these Twitter personalities would have you believe, there would be no gay people around. So
Absolutely.
I don't believe there is such a large homophobic problem in the community where gay people are not safe anywhere. Because
And then let me be clear with this. When you say homophobic, that means you're afraid of something.
Right.
We are not afraid of goddamn gay people. Whenever I hear that term, I go, what do you mean afraid? No, we are, as black men and women, you know what I mean? Those of us who are heterosexual, we're fighting for our existence. Your existence is what it is. I can't stress that enough, but don't tell me there's not an agenda. Right. That's all.
And then I think that's where people get annoyed, and then that's when that community flips it into us being against them.
And that's not the case.
It's not the case. If we say Black Lives Matter, if we say Black Power, we're talking about the collective of black people.
Because the truth of the matter is, it is what it is.
It literally, there's gay people in everybody's family.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So
I think in my book, which is here, I think I broke it down the absolute best when I said it is what it is. If that's the choice you've made and you're happy with that choice, I can't waste energy on that, and I won't.
Facts.
Right? And I've accepted that. If you like it, I love it. But do not tell me my little grandson needs to be reading books in school about anal sex. I'm not with that.
Me neither.
I'm not with none of that. All right? So we need to move past this conversation in reference to its relevance to what we're talking about. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're constantly divided. We're constantly bickering amongst each other.
Everywhere.
The NBA, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This is crazy, and this is why we can't ever reach our goals.
Yes.
Right? We can't ever reach our goals. Somebody just hit us up. Thank you so much for that support. Old Head Deuce. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, King. You know what I mean? So
like, I even said this when the whole Dykeman fiasco started. I'm like, okay, cool, y'all get a day.
Yeah,
we could talk about this, but like, let's get back to what we would.
Let's get back to the agenda. Let's get back
to what we're doing.
Let's get back to what we're doing, because the in-house fighting has to be saved for another day. Our sheer numbers alone, if we are on one accord, we can have anything and everything we want.
Ramel, thank you.
But it's not going to come without some form of sacrifice. And we'll speak about that as we continue tonight. So, for my gay brothers and sisters, to my black sisters, to my black men, we got to work as a unit to get what we want, because we are all under attack. Rarely does a police officer ask you if you straight or gay. He going to pull his gun. He going to let that thing go. All right? So, until we able to jump over those hurdles, we always going to be running in place. You know what I mean? Running in place, because I got to deal with this and you got to deal with that. And your pain is more than my pain. And you suffered more than I suffered. We were all screwed up. We were in a race war that we're trying to end. Bro, since 1619.
Bro, social media has become a contest to who is traumatized more.
Absolutely.
Like, people literally pull out statistical studies about who are killed by police more, who are sexually abused more, and at the end of the day, it's all negative, right? It's all something we're trying to get past. So I don't understand what the competition is, and it literally is holding us back.
I agree.
It is holding us back.
I agree, and we're not going to be able to really take advantage of the strides that are being made as we speak, because we haven't got it together. We don't even have one agenda.
Yeah.
Right? We don't even have like, what do y'all want? All right, black people, what do y'all want? We don't know.
Yeah.
We just know we want you to stop killing us and this and that, but we don't have a 10-point, the way the Black Panthers had. We don't have our piece laid out.
And also, I think, sorry to cut you off.
No, okay.
I also think that we also need to get past the point because we think black people are the only ones with internal issues. That is not true.
Oh, man. These white people got more issues than
Issues.
Oh.
Issues. And Asian people, they have high... if you don't know about the racism within the Asian community, it is crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But the media kind of paints it as just us.
Right.
And because I guess we the lowest on the totem pole in white society, right? So it seems like our bickering has more of a negative effect on the stake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm going to say because I think we've been through more.
Yes.
You know, so even if the Chinese are beefing with each other, they at least have their culture, their language, their money system, their religious beliefs. Same thing with the Jewish community, because they at war, you know what I mean? But they have a certain foundation in place, and we're the only ones without our foundation in place because we're fragmented.
Yeah.
We are so diverse as a people that we're all fragmented in our beliefs, in, you know, our ideas. We're fragmented alone, let alone the fragments that they're throwing in to confuse us.
And again, especially in the social media age, like nothing will change unless people get past the want to be internet famous or want to be on TV.
Yeah.
Because that's literally why some people try to get their agenda above the collective.
Sure. Let me say this, because this is going to really spark something and put me in a place.
Until we get past that, then it's never going to
call you back. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So let's try to unravel as much as we can for tonight.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Give you guys a few minutes to chill and just take it all in. Why do racists always try to use black on black crime, even though white on crime, etc., is just as high? Exactly. But that's the media. That's the media spin.
That's the media spin, one. And then, because I've even heard black people try to make that argument as well. Like, yeah, this is true. We do have systematic oppression, but we need to deal with our community as well. Like, we killing each other too much. In racism and systematic racism, you have to deal with the root, not the results.
There you go. That's a metaphysician's way of thinking.
You have to deal with the root. The root is jobs and education.
Absolutely.
You give black people in the community jobs and great schooling.
Guess what happens?
The killings drop.
Everybody happy. Another thing, if I kill you, I go to jail. If a white person kills me, he go home.
Right.
See, that's racism. So even black on black crime, eventually, if you get caught, there's a price to pay for it. But white on black crime, there's no goddamn consequence for it. So do not even compare the two.
And then black on black crime, if I live in a black community,
I think that's rudimentary.
Next to black people,
that's
and if I'm going to commit a murder, it's going to most likely be a black person.
Right. That goes without saying, because
we don't hear about the triad gangs, the Asian gangs go at each other. We don't hear about these biker gangs that are killing each other. We don't hear about none of that.
Right. And like you said, when there's jobs and education and the ability to express ourselves, of course crime goes down. But if there's only a few pieces of chips in the community and everybody vying for those chips, crime automatically is going, because stress levels go up. Yes. Alcoholism goes up, drugs goes up. All of these things go up. So the heightened ability to get anxiety and want to let some of that off, and you're going to let it off on the first person you see, either your loved ones, through sexual abuse or domestic abuse, or you're going to step outside and the dude step on your shoe, it's on and popping. So please do not hit me with the black on black stuff. That means you're not elevating your understanding beyond your emotional state.
Beyond CNN.
Beyond CNN. You got to go beyond that. So let's get beyond that, and then we can see what's really going on.
Commercial?
Yeah, commercial.
Let's take a commercial break.
Yeah, quick commercial break. We got more heat coming.
We'll be back.
Tired of reading, doing research, and extensive studying to fact check the information that you present? Well, now you don't have to. Become a YouTube scholar. That's right, a YouTube scholar. Throw away those books. No need to quote real scholars. Burn those research papers. All you need is a YouTube connection. Watch YouTube videos at night, in the daytime, during breakfast, while you're on the toilet. Impress your friends with information you really don't know. After 100 videos watched, you are now a YouTube scholar. To sign up for this program, dial 1-800-WHY-STUDY. That's 1-800-WHY-STUDY. But wait, there's more. Log on to shopurbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel.
And we're back. So real quick. So to get the discount on these for the Juneteenth sale, you have to subscribe to the blog, not to the shop. So you have to subscribe to urbanx.nyc.
UrbanX.nyc. That's our blog.
If you subscribe to the shop, your email for the code will come later. It'll probably come tomorrow. But if you subscribe to the blog, you get it immediately.
Got you.
Okay? Just house rules.
House rules.
Okay? That's it. Little point of order.
Little point of order. That's right, Malcolm. You tell them.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, June, right now, in the midst of all these protests, June is actually Pride Month.
Really? Oh, so this is Pride Month.
This is actually Pride Month.
Okay,
if you've seen the rainbows and stuff everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why TV creators love to do this, but it came out that the show creator for SpongeBob confirmed that the character was gay.
Wow.
And I was confused because a few years ago, the creator, when it wasn't, politically correct to call everybody gay, the creator said he was asexual, which means he
had no sexuality whatsoever.
Which means he was a kid's TV character.
Yeah, which I thought he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you watch, I grew up on SpongeBob when I was younger, so he didn't show any attraction to anybody in the show. So that it just seems like a show creator trying to capitalize off something.
Yeah.
One of the creator for the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, she's been doing the same thing for years. She every couple months she comes out with somebody else. Oh, he was gay. Oh, this person was actually black.
It's revisited history. You can do whatever you want to do.
Oh my gosh, I don't get it.
When you create these characters, and see, that's why the first episodes of Star Wars, you know how they went back to the beginning. You can really recreate the narrative of all of that stuff. Yeah. But as you remember, I broke down the SpongeBob stuff.
Oh yeah.
How perverted it was.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm not gonna go through it right now, but I just recognized that it was they lived in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
And he had on a sponge.
Yeah.
And his man was a starfish, which we know was the anal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what's that girl's name?
Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you had Squidward, was he was in there, and they Mr. Krabs. Yeah. All of that could happen in the bottom of a bikini if ain't nothing, if you ain't washing and shit.
Oh,
all of that could be in the bottom of a bikini. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what was going on, and but to show you just another level of perversion that they could put in there.
Yo, when you my mom was blown when you told me that.
Oh yeah,
my mom was blown. I was just like,
bro, I'm just simply saying.
How didn't I catch that?
Yeah, it was all right there. Sandy Cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It was all right there for you. And now they just gonna confirm that he's gay. During these times.
It's a quick PR move.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's cheap.
Because first of all, it's got them cartoon character, and cartoon characters should be asexual.
You would think
they just should be.
Yeah.
Because there's no sex going on. Him and they're not getting it in.
Nothing. It wasn't even like he had a crush on something. It was nothing.
None of that. None of that. So I don't even know why they would add that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Amir L, thank you so much. Appreciate your support.
It's interesting.
So that's interesting. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, as we get closer to July, the NBA talks have started to heat up. Like NBA is supposed to come back. What's happening now though? Kyrie Irving, who follows us on Instagram, by the way.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
follows us on the gram. Yep.
He is getting with the whole group of players because they're saying that they don't want
Amir L, thanks again.
They don't want to come back to play because it'll take away attention from the movement, what's happening right now. LeBron has, his own little coalition. They're trying to come back. They're trying to, do everything they can to come back. And right now it seems like it's a battle between the two because apparently there are enough players who want to play, but there are another set of players who don't. And then it's interesting because a lot of the players who don't want to play are on losing teams, so it just seems like they're making an excuse.
Yeah, it's multi-layered.
It's definitely multi-layered. It's just, I think it's an interesting conversation.
Peyton, thank you.
LeBron himself, he's in a lose-lose situation.
Yes, he can't win.
He can't win in this situation because if he comes back, then it seems like he's not really interested in what's happening, and it just seems like what you were doing for social change and when everything was gravy is that.
Yes.
It was just
front running.
Yes.
Front running
when everything was gravy, and you're not really about it when we really need it. If he doesn't come back, after the Jordan dog, after the killer mentality Jordan had, it seems like he doesn't have that killer mentality.
Right. That Kobe had. Yeah.
So it's a tight spot. I don't know.
I want to say this. I'm agreeing with Kyrie Irving, and not because he follows us and that kind of.
But
shit.
shout
him out. You know what I mean? Because we keep it funky here. But what I mean by that is this. In order to accomplish major goals, there's going to have to be some sacrifice like you've never seen before. So on the surface, what Kyrie Irving is saying, dude, playing ball back to wine and entertainment is going to distract from the movement. You know what I mean?
Right.
I personally think, and I said this a couple of years ago, I said when a bunch of rappers emerge that they can't pay off, that are not in it for the money, there'll be a shift in what goes on. They'll have to use something else. I see it a little bit in J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. We need, when money can't buy me, ball game over.
Yeah.
Now, we have a situation here where if all of these players, and this is just me big dreaming, if all of the NBA, NFL, and baseball players, actors, and rappers said for 90 days, we will not move, this world will shut down. We the straw that stirs this drink. You already know we're the battery, we're the carbon-based energy that keeps this whole thing moving. Now, it's easier for me to say because I don't make $30 million a year, right? So for those of us at the bottom of the pyramid, nothing really changes for us. This is another way they go with the divide and conquer. They pay a few dudes, and you sitting at home going, I want to help black people, but right? So this is a very tough. Remember the boycotts for the buses in Birmingham was over a year.
Yeah.
That was a sacrifice that you couldn't imagine. When I used to read about it in school, I just thought it was like a week or two.
Yeah.
No, this was over a year. People joined together. They did what they had to do. Black people with the air under our wings, as it is at this precise moment,
right.
Something dramatic would have to happen. But there are in a revolution, there's going to have to be bloodshed and sacrifice. If y'all willing to just go to the line and go, I ain't willing to cross that line, then we're always going to find ourselves in this situation because once you put the balls on the court, everybody's attention go to that. And now, there'll be those who say, but yeah, when they get their money, now with a new awakened attitude they have, they can fund some things. So I get all of that. And this situation may define LeBron's legacy more than anything he do on the court. Whoa. I hate to say that, but we're at a crux. We're right there.
Whoa, yeah.
We're right there, and what he says is going to actually go.
Yeah.
Right? So if he go, let's ball, they're going to start balling, and if we get back to the same old bullshit, then, right, Kyrie is saying, I'm willing to give up everything. I don't know how true that is because I don't know Kyrie. He should send us some tickets, though, right? Facts.
You right in the city.
Yeah, right in the city. So, right? But if he's willing...
When we do come back, right?
Right, when we do come back, right. Which could be next year, Kyrie. Just saying, right? But with that kind of mentality, that's what it's going to take. Now, in 90 days, if none of these dudes get paid for 90 days, they'll survive.
Yeah.
Right? Because you'll make your money back after the 90 days and y'all renegotiation. I personally think it would take just 90 days of no rapping, no acting, no dribbling, none of that. Just everybody shut down, right? And if they do it, then we all got to do it. We all got to find a way to add our 2 cents, and we can shut this piece down.
Because if you think about it, if we come back, if the NBA was to come back, it definitely would stop momentum, right? Because even again, I always talk about this guy, Andrew Cuomo told New Yorkers, like, why y'all still protesting? Y'all won.
Right.
We didn't win nothing.
But like a moral victory.
Yeah, it's like,
that's all that shit.
Y'all got what y'all needed.
No,
already.
we didn't get one.
We did not.
We didn't.
We didn't. You know what I'm saying? And Jason Gandy asked a question. He goes, how do you handle black folk who still think all this that happened in 2020 is organic?
Some of it is organic. Most of it is orchestrated. I think most of this stuff is orchestrated. Now, with that being said, there's always opportunities for us to be swift and changeable and take advantage of any and all situations as they present themselves. Because the strongest people on the planet is so-called black people. Yes? So we done been through it all, can go through it all. We'll be the only ones who can endure so much pain, struggle, and hardship because that's what we're built on. Yeah. So I don't care what kind of vaccines they come with, what kind of goddamn bird flus and killer hornets and UFOs. Guess who the original gonna be standing? It's gonna be us. I'm willing to bet my life on it. It's gonna be us, right? So because we know this already, we're sitting here watching them trying to orchestrate things in their favor. And sure, they have a few tools that they can use to manipulate this and that. But as they say, Allah is the best planner. And I don't mean Allah in the religious sense, but our ancestors are the best planners. So we still can endure and overcome all of this and get what we want. But this is a moment. If all of them ball players go, yo, on top of some of them are still having concerns about COVID.
Yeah, right.
Right? So it ain't just...
And that's, listen.
This is a combination of things, which makes this is a very weird situation that we're in that we can take full advantage of. So Kyrie's spirit is saying that. You know what? This is ready-made. Let's just add a little fire to it and get this thing popping. LeBron is saying, I want to play. You know what I mean? Maybe this will kind of do some healing. You know what I mean? And maybe the resources we can use as a platform to turn this into an even bigger platform. I get it.
It's touchy. It's
very touchy.
It is touchy.
Very touchy.
Right now, I think the collective morale of the people is just been low since January.
Yes.
It's been low. So maybe like a reprieve is needed, but at the same time, like...
But you know what I noticed, King?
What are we willing to sacrifice, like you said?
The sports going away was the best thing that happened to you if you took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sports fan. You know what I'm saying? Eli has his show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, you know, we get involved and we in my bond time with him, we sit there and watch a few games. But since it's not there, it's like it's never missed.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I thought, yo, no way. Dude, they even saying baseball might not come back.
Yeah.
I wasn't a real big baseball fan anyway. But you understand what I'm saying? So where does this end?
Interesting.
This is going to be a very
interesting
time. Side note, there's a new father and son podcast, Like Father, Like Son, by my man Sutet, coming soon. Him and his son, he said he was inspired by our work, and him and his son are putting together their podcast, and when it drops, we'll let you know.
Yes.
It's called Like Father, Like Son podcast. My man Sutek, who used to have the Soul Brothers Boutique and Cafe, I did my very first book signing at his boutique, and it was monumental. Professor Griff came, wifey hooked up some food. We really got into it, so shout out Brother Sutek. I'm not sure what his son's name is, but I'll find out soon, and we will keep you posted.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Did you catch Dave Chappelle's new?
I caught Dave Chappelle's piece.
What'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. It was the most unfunniest stand-up
I
ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment.
Yeah. It was heavy.
It was super duper. you know, Dave Chappelle is a genius at what he does.
Yeah.
How he sets up jokes and sets up scenarios is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's so deep, like, or he's so funny. We would listen to him just not be funny
Absolutely.
for 20 minutes. Like, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
And everybody was just, attention was just really locked in on him.
And he called out the names of some shooters.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean? 846, which is interesting. That was the time the first so-called plane hit the towers.
Really?
On 9/11, 846.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why that date is all. I mean, that time is also significant. Which, for those who are thinking that the George Floyd joint is ritualistic, that's a connection to that. That's also the time he was born.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
As he mentioned, but the way he sets these things up and spoke so diligently about our situation was masterful. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to laugh and you still couldn't laugh because what he was saying was so deep and so on point.
Yeah.
And it was needed in this time for him to use his platform in that magnitude to drop those kind of bombs. And the last words out of his motherfucking mouth was rat-a-tat, tat, 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 tat. So, meaning, y'all keep playing games here, right? And this is where this is going to go. He shouted out Candace Owens, you know, Don Lemon.
Yeah.
He went in on a few issues, so I thought it was very masterful. What'd you think?
I thought the same thing. Like, I was really just watching it like, whoa. Like, when he talked about the first time he was in the earthquake and he thought he was going to die, and then he was just like, yeah, that was only a few seconds. He said, so to know for 8 minutes it's about to be over, that is agonizing thought. You know
Absolutely.
I was like,
and
damn.
again, for those who think it was a ritual,
Just for what it is.
just for what it is. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
Just for what it is, the optics of it on a black man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, that's a slow death. You know what I mean? And like I said, when you calling your moms and your mom's is already passed, that means you are now in the midst of the ancestors.
So instead of looking at the situation, if you have any other views on the situation, just put yourself in the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Perception.
What I did. Yeah, that's what I did.
told you, that's always my gift, is to switch things around and try to have a view from the other side. And I just thought he did a masterful job of really breaking down and honoring the shooters too. Quiet as kept.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a
how he did
masterful
that.
way. It was a real masterful way of how he
of him bigging up the shooters. You know what I'm saying?
Because he was just
What was
like
that Jay-Z line? You know, y'all respect the one who got shot. I respect the shooter.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
was just like, oh, okay.
So I thought that was deep. You know what I mean? And some people even had problems with that because he didn't mention no females' names or.
See, again.
I mean, I can't. I'm like,
Again.
Geesh. And that was a perfect example. Well, he didn't mention, dude, it's a 27-minute off-the-cuff piece that he dropped that was important so that when history is told, it could be said that he came out in front of the people, because what Ice Cube is doing, and this ties back into the basketball players, what Ice Cube, nobody's backing Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Enough for me.
Yeah, he's like,
Right?
yeah, he's on an island.
He's on an island right now. And you would think everybody would go, yo, Ice Cube out there, because y'all have to feel the same way. All of you celebrities that's been in Hollywood that know what racism is. And y'all leaving Ice Cube out there as a sacrifice, because they're going to make an example out of Ice. I'm not sure he even gives a shit at this particular point, because everything he's saying appears to be calculated. But this is what we talk about when we say sacrifice.
Yeah.
He's made his money in Hollywood. He's seen the ins and outs of whatever you can, you know. This is Jerry Curl, Ice Cube saying, if it's all in, let's go all in.
Yeah.
It should have been 10 people behind him. And then, let me tell you, these white folks would have got nervous as shit, right?
Yes.
10 people behind Ice Cube all saying the same thing. Yeah, this, that, yeah. Then, but because he's out there by himself, because everybody else is thinking about what? Their pockets.
Yep.
Their branding.
Yep.
Their image. So as long as that carrot is going to be dangled over basketball celebrities and actors and rappers, we're never going to really make the quantum leap that I'm speaking of.
Right.
Ice Cube is trying to show you something. Let's do this. Because, listen, at the end of the day, Ice Cube is no greater than you are he has more money than you, fine. So if your assessment of somebody is greater than you because they have more money than you, you have very, very low self-esteem. Now, is his skill set could be better than yours? That's something different because you work at that.
Right.
So if Kobe is in the gym 13 hours a day, that means he worked, right? And he's separating himself from a skill set. So I'm not talking about a skill set, but money is money. When all the smoke clears, we all breathe in the same air. Corona showed you that.
Yeah.
No matter how much money you got, Corona showed you, dude, tag, nigga, you it. Tag, you it. Right? So at the end of the day, this is a fight for humanity. Right? And not to get on my soapbox, but that's what I'm saying. We have to reduce the fear of I won't be able to live in a gated community or I won't be able to do that to reach our goals. Then everybody can live in a fucking gated community or whatever the case may be. But if we scared Negroes, this is what we get. We get one person out on a limb, and everybody's secretly cheering him. Yeah, yeah. Because I would have said that too.
Yeah.
I would have said that, but now I got too much.
I wish I could have said that.
I wish I could have said that, right? And all it takes is 10, and because it's monkey see, monkey do. 11, 12, 15, 20, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Also,
And happy birthday, Ice Cube. Absolutely.
oh, he's a Gemini too.
Yeah, yesterday, I think yesterday was his birthday, or today. One of the two. Yeah, he's Gemini.
Also, for the people who are watching right now, make sure you subscribe to us because we're getting a lot of reports that people are being unsubscribed.
Yeah, unsubscribe. People saying I didn't even realize I was unsubscribed. So whatever YouTube is doing, it's some funny business going on. All right.
Yeah.
So make sure that you are subscribed. All right. Make sure, don't just assume because you know our show come on at a certain time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because they getting real funny. Then we watched them take away 10 subscribers.
In like a second.
In a second. So while we gained 10, 15, on the back end, they take away 10.
Yeah.
So it seems like we've been moving at this same 43, 44, 44,000. Seemed like forever. And we put on a hell of a show.
We think so.
All right. We think we putting on a hell of a show. And you know what I mean? And it's not necessarily about numbers, but don't cheat us.
Yeah.
We working on, we out here busting our ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? So very, very important that you guys pay attention to that stuff.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Real quick, so there a lot of people, like they said, they are trying to remind people that Corona's still out there. They are about to do something with that again.
Yeah.
I was driving, and then on a radio station I heard an ad from Charlemagne talking about the Tracer program that they have for join the Tracer program.
Yeah, man, make sure you join the Tracer program.
Everybody needs to get tested, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, when you work for a Jewish radio station, as they do.
Yeah.
I mean, can I say that? Can I say Jewish? It wasn't derogatory. Just when you work for a Jewish radio station, you have to succumb to what they do and what they tell you to do. And even though Charlemagne should know better, right?
Bro, you
but who's cutting the checks?
True.
Right? So we have that situation, but the math says it has to. Now, I sent you something.
Yeah. Let me get it.
Bring that up because this COVID thing is getting interesting. The German scientists said that it's a bacteria. It ain't even a goddamn virus.
There was a segment on Fox News that said scientists warn that the virus may be disappearing too fast for vaccine studies to produce meaningful results.
So they need to slow it down because it's going away so fast that they can't even get their vaccine studies up. All right, which is interesting because, I mean, I'm not a genius at math, but as all of them people who's out there, you would think that these numbers would be going way, way up.
Yo, there's so in other states right now, like that open again. I've been saying like a lot of this is for political gain, right? They're trying to say, oh, the states that open too early, it's because you get what I'm saying. So it's a lot for political gain. But again, Andrew Cuomo here in New York, he keeps saying that New York didn't just flatten the curve, we crushed it. How the hell?
Yeah.
How?
Tell me,
hell?
And we were the epicenter of it all.
We were everywhere. You couldn't go nowhere in New York because everybody had it apparently, right? Now, everybody's outside protesting, and you're saying nobody has it?
Dude.
So if nobody has it in the next 2 weeks, that man is a liar. That man is a traitor. He does not have our best interests at heart. New Yorkers.
I'm just going to keep
I've
it a buck.
been saying this.
I was born at night, just not last night.
I've been saying this.
All right? We're sitting here laying this out. And again, the secret weapon is common sense. And people outside with no mask. Everywhere. This thing is supposed to be rampant again if they say what it is. And like I said, these German scientists are all getting together now, from what I understand, and they're telling you that this shit was a bacteria. This is all crime. This is all crime on the highest level. Even back when September 11th and Rudy Giuliani and them, they're all complicit to what's going on in this city. All of them.
Yeah.
Right? And wifey just hit me with a report. Another nurse came out and gave a detailed report that they just actually killing people. Right? When these nurses start writing these tell-all books, it's going to be off the hook on what was really happening in these hospitals.
Yeah.
All right? We're in the middle of a false flag year, not an event. This is a false flag year.
Yeah.
Right? One false flag after another. Right? Starting with goddamn chicken sandwiches. Sandwiches?
Yeah.
Right? Then the Kobe situation still raised an eyebrow. Right? In reference to what happened and this, that. And then this thing has not stopped since. What's next?
Oh, I'll tell you what's next. A cyber attack today.
Cyber attack today.
There was a cyber attack today, so I don't know if anybody realized it, but a lot of people couldn't make phone calls. You can get text messages, but you could not make phone calls.
Absolutely.
T-Mobile, Sprint, a lot of different carriers were out. And then a lot of people said that it was called, what is this called again? Hold on. It's called
DDoS?
a distributed denial of service attack.
Wow.
Right?
Distributed
denial of service. That means
attack.
when like a lot of different things are coming at one service at a time. Like if everybody can't make calls, that means it came from somewhere. So
because I definitely was down.
Yeah, I was too. And then it said that a lot of people think it came from China because apparently something's going on with North Korea and South Korea. They about to start that beef up again when
my man Almighty KG just hit me up and said he was asking me, do I think it's 5G related?
That could be it.
That could be it too.
That could be it as well.
You know what I mean? Could be it too. So something is going on the cyber attack. Because if they knock out the internet
again, and we talked.
We're back in the Flintstone age.
Yeah, we talked about like true warfare, right?
Right.
Our ability to get information across the country at a blink of an eye is what separates us from the civil rights eras from way back.
Right, because they had to do physical groundwork and information. They could bar off certain things, but now
we're so dependent on it as well.
Right, it moves so fast. Like what happened between the Black Panthers wouldn't have happened now. When they send a letter, from the FBI, fuck you, and then they send a letter back, your mother ain't this. We would have been able to squash that immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of the way information moves. So yeah, when real warfare comes and they black all this out and we back in the Flintstone age, that's when okay, this is on and popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times this be a trial run. Mm-hmm. Right? They call it shock testing.
Yeah.
Where they, they'll throw a little something out there. Shout out to William Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. He taught me about shock testing. How sometimes they'll raise the price of sugar for no reason at all, just to kind of see what the results will be.
Okay.
So a lot of times this be a pre-run, throw a little buzz out there and then see what happens before that real buzz comes. Because I'm not sure anybody ready to go back into the Flintstone age.
Yeah.
Like I'm old school, so I could do it. But these young people and some people, our business depends on. We wouldn't be able to talk to y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're not going to sit here and act like it's not needed. It's very important. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all might have experienced that today as well. But we definitely peeped that cyber attack.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Also, because there's a lot more talk about removing racist statues and things like that, and newsflash, they're not removing racist statues.
Okay.
They're removing statues that celebrate traitors, which are Confederate leaders.
Oh, okay.
Because if you remove racist statues,
That's every statue in
we
America.
have to start America over.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
No, absolutely.
it's easy to disguise it as, because you want to call it a bluff, like, yo, Mount Rushmore, get rid of it.
Right. Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Right. Throw a bomb at it. Boom.
yeah, blow that up if you want to real call it a bluff. So
Right.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Got you. So that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. They're not trying to, remove all racist imagery from the country. That'd be impossible in this country.
Right, because then you'd have to start with George Washington. You'd have to. It would get so crazy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. How's the chat going? Is the chat still moving?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of
We up to
Urban
1,600 people watching. We appreciate you. We had 586 likes. So wipe your feet when you come on through, and hit us with those likes if you like what you're hearing. We see 4 dislikes. That's fine.
You watched The Five Bloods. How was that?
I watched The Five Bloods, and I give Spike Lee. He did his damn thing on this one.
I didn't check
He
it out.
did his damn thing, and what it did for me is, because Spike Lee movies be a little diet woke-ish.
Yeah, he's so hit or miss with me.
Yeah.
Like,
But this one, go ahead.
Yeah, he'll have a movie. I'm just like, okay, and then.
I thought this one was really, really good. To take me into the mind of our veterans with post-traumatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Lindo, the guy from
I know who you're talking about. Just
yeah.
what was his name in the movie?
In the movie, I forget.
Here you go. All right.
Anyway, the guy played in Malcolm X movie.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Do you really have that number? Him, him, right? Haitian Jack, or not? Yeah, his name was Haitian Jack.
In the movie?
No, his name was Haitian Archie. No.
In the Malcolm X movie, but not in the Five Bloods movie, which what we're talking about.
Oh, his name was Paul. His name was Paul.
Damn,
in the
man.
movie, his name was Paul. And I think it was Oscar worthy, his performance.
Oh.
That's how good his performance was. And shout out to all of our veterans who were, trained for war. Not to give the movie away, they stashed a little something away. Yeah. And they was going back after many years to get what they can't, what they stashed. But it brought them back to the beginning of their trauma. And the beginning of, their lives taking a turn where they created this brotherhood and this bond. And I thought Spike Lee really painted a great picture. And it ties into what goes on today when these veterans come home, how they're treated.
Yeah, I think people should really look into
West Indian Archie. Yeah.
You just,
it was in my head movies.
Whatever.
Okay.
But I think people should really read up on the Vietnam War and like black people's
Delroy. Yeah.
Black people's role in the Vietnam War. It's very interesting. I watched a play a few years ago called Miss Saigon. Kind of boring, but it was about I didn't realize how many half black people live in Vietnam because of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, and this movie tied into that as well.
Yeah. I didn't see the movie. See,
come on, wherever brothers go, we gonna put some pipe down.
Yeah,
we gonna put some pipe down.
Yeah, and
that's how I know when we go to the moon. It's like, look, who up here?
Yeah, I was.
Shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought the movie was great. Big up to Spike Lee on this one.
I'll check it out.
It's gonna be worth your time.
Sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes when I see Spike Lee is just too heavy-handed at times.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you want tact and subtlety in movies because I think that's the most
Shaw. Thank you.
effective writing. He just like no racism.
Yeah. and again, it's diet woke.
Yeah.
In a sense that he could do so much more with his movies in this day and time.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen a Spike Lee movie in a minute.
No, we went to see Black Klansman. I thought that was pretty good. And
that was.
As a movie, it was
and
pretty
then
good.
he screwed it up at the end.
Yeah.
He screwed it up at the end.
Bro.
He did.
Why did you do that?
He did.
So.
You are tuned into the sounds.
Let's get those likes up.
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo.
It's West Indian Archie.
West Indian Archie. I said that.
No, you didn't.
I said that. I
You
did.
said Haitian Archie.
I said that first. And then, yeah, his name is Delroy Lindo.
So,
yeah.
are you up on the situation that's happening in Seattle?
Not so much, but there's a group called CHAZ.
CHAZ, Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. That's what they're calling it.
Ooh.
And apparently they got like 6 or 7 blocks roped off, and it's just no cops in.
And no cops out.
No cops out, and they trying to just live on their own. They got guns, and they got people. They have a park where they started to farm.
Oh, shit.
These are white people.
Yeah.
These are white people.
So they roped off, and now this is their own sovereign. They're pushing for sovereignty.
Yeah.
But what if that became the template for everybody around the country? You know, everybody just ropes something off.
Well,
We got guns.
it'd be easy.
But couldn't the government just bomb you from the top?
One, bomb you, stop food from coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just stop resources from coming in.
Yeah. Because it's going to take a while to grow the food.
Bro.
Yeah, are they out there bugging?
Bro. And this is just another example of co-opting movements. Like, y'all wanted to get what y'all wanted off, and y'all used the George Floyd protest to do so.
Yeah, they definitely did use the George Floyd situation to implement this. And I'm not sure this is going to be a successful movement.
No, it's not.
Right? Because...
I don't think successful, but I think maybe it'll get other factions like it around the country hype enough to try it. I don't know if it'll work. Because if black people did this.
Yeah.
If black people did this, fam.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Fam.
That would be crazy. We did do something similar. The move movement in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Where they bombed us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Children, women, and babies.
Yes.
I forget that mayor of Philadelphia, Notorious. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That dude was bonkers. And so if black people did this, yeah, of course. It would be a major issue.
Yeah.
Because then they would get tactical in how they do shit.
Like I said, no food coming in. Like, that'll really just kind of stop it very quickly.
I see my chat is not moving.
So refresh your page.
Refresh the page. How do I do that? This button right here?
No, up there.
Oh, there. Boom. Shut up.
Yeah, if y'all understood how just technical...
Shut up.
It's
now I'm back. Yeah.
It's weird, bro.
Great. Sheik David, thank you
for doing it. Have you guys ever seen Cosmic Slop Space Traders? No.
No, I haven't seen that. Dealing with voting blacks off the planet, shipping them off with aliens.
No. I saw some report in Independent, like that news publication. It said that scientists, I'm not sure how true it is, but it said that scientists said that there are 30 alien civilizations active in our galaxy right now.
I saw that report, son. Listen, they keep dropping these reports, but look at when they're dropping it. As soon as somebody die, another black man or black woman die, while we focus on that, they go, 30 civilizations. Mirror universes.
Yeah.
Parallel universes going forward and backwards. I mean, aliens proven.
Yeah.
They just been UFOs confirmed. So when all of this is said and done, look at what they're revealing. Look at the time that they're revealing it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Interesting
stuff. Absolutely. I also saw something that said the Mayan calendar was misread. Saw this shit in the New York Post or something that said that the end of the world is this week. You can't make this shit up.
Oh my God.
I saw it. It said they misread the Mayan calendar and the end of the world is this week. What you gonna do with your last week here, son?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's heavy.
24 hours to live. Man. What you gonna do?
I don't know. What would I do?
Damn.
It's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
In the chat, tell me what you do in your last week. This your last week here. What you gonna do with that?
Somebody said, what do you think Trump is going to do or say on Friday in Tulsa? I think he's going to sign.
No, they said he moved it from Tulsa.
Oh, he did?
I'm not sure. Somebody said, somebody in the chat might be able to confirm, but I think he moved it away from Tulsa.
Okay.
I think I saw a confirmed report that it was too much pressure, something with COVID, like something about getting people to sign a non-disclosure.
You know, crazy. I saw a posting for actors in Tulsa.
So you know what that means?
Yeah.
The crisis actor is going to be in the building?
No, I don't know if crisis actors, but actors at his rally to
pump him up?
To pump him up.
Oh, yeah, that's good money.
One, I think he's going to sign a police reform bill. It's gonna. I think he's gonna actually mentioning rolling back some protections that Obama gave police officers
with the blue law,
with the blue alert law.
Blue alert law.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that, and I also think he's gonna make Juneteenth a national holiday.
If he does all of that, Malcolm, that would be amazing.
I think so. I think so.
That would be something really, really amazing.
Because they already, the White House already said that he's planning on signing a police reform this week.
Oh, okay, so we know that's coming.
That's coming. That's happening. But again, because in the White House secretary even said that Juneteenth is an important day for him. So I think that's just all gonna set up,
Right.
Because that'd definitely be a big blow to Democrats who are just promising you stuff right now. They can't actually do anything.
Not for sale. A lot of misinformation about CHAZ in Seattle. It was started by a black local. It was started by a black local rapper named Raz Simone. Okay. Thank you for that information.
For real.
Facts. So we're going to pay attention to what Trump has planned and laid out, with this week. But this week is also Juneteenth, as we know.
Yes.
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Father's Day. And an eclipse.
Yes. And people, do not let anybody shame you for having a great father this week. Okay?
Clap that up now.
Don't let anybody shame you.
I heard, through the whispers you guys were talking about, getting me a new Lincoln Aviator. I heard some things.
I don't know where you heard that.
I don't want to,
Wasn't over here.
Well, this is all I'm saying. Brand new 2021, not the 20.
No,
I need the 2021 because I'm bougie like that.
Okay.
I like to drive shit that ain't out.
Right. Okay.
Right? So it's only $80,000.
Only $80,000.
But Black Lives Matter. Right?
That's like, you remember that commercial, Roll Tide? Like everybody.
Roll Tide.
Like he was getting a ticket. Roll Tide.
Black
Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Be like, sir, your credit score is 112. We've never seen a credit score this low. You get $200 for 200 points for telling us your name, sir.
Yeah.
Your score is 112. But Black Lives Matter. Come on in. Dude, you should be able to drive that Lincoln Aviator off the lot. All right? Go in with that T-shirt.
This is it? Okay.
Right? And drive my shit out, bro.
Got you.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna wear the Kente.
I'm worthy of that, man. Wear the Kente. The whole shit. Go in there with a whole team of people with Kente like you, like a dignitary.
Right.
And, Mufasa and shit. And get me. Come on, man. Damn, brother deserve at least the new Lincoln. If y'all ain't seen the new Aviator, it's a monster. Right. It is a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So the NYPD, they broke up their anti-crime unit. It's 600 or so plain officers. Plainclothes officers. They send them to different units, and apparently that's something. I think that's a little bone they're giving us because those are units.
Those are the ones who be really wilding.
Yeah.
They be wilding. Them plainclothes dudes who just think that they could do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So this is the start of something that's coming down the pipe. Police reform is coming to some magnitude. Yes?
Yes.
We can all agree on that. Mm-hmm. Somewhere down the line, these things are going to change, and hopefully they're for the better.
Yes.
Because what they're doing to our brothers and sisters out here is just ridiculous. You know?
Yeah. So we got to see what else comes in. Again, I'm trying to. They still haven't arrested Breonna Taylor's murderers.
How they gonna name a law after her and not even arrest?
I'm still confused about that.
Right?
And did you see the incident report?
No, I didn't see the incident report.
It was like blank, like
nothing.
Yeah. And then they tried to say, and then the mother said that at first they were trying to pin it on the boyfriend. They were trying to say like we trying to figure out what happened. Like, do you know anybody that would want to hurt her, knowing that the cops
they do shit like that. Yeah, because they're looking for scapegoats to try to. That was just terrible. That was very, very bad. Yes. And I'm hoping that because now they're opening up another case. It was a black lady who was in a sleepover with a whole bunch of her white friends.
Oh, yeah,
and they say she fell off a damn balcony. Yeah. The only one who got hurt. They're reopening that case. So now they're starting to reopen these cases. But it was the kid, I forget his name, Kenyatta Thomas.
With the locks.
With the locks, who was in the gym.
Who was rolled up in the gym.
Rolled up with his organs missing.
Yeah.
they closing that case.
No, they closing it?
I'm thinking
because I remember we talked a few months ago about somebody who was friends with one of the dudes who's like the main
character. I mean, the main suspect.
And then his father had connections.
FBI,
yeah, and
right.
They kind of went, and then I feel like we talked about it like recently, like they were.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get wrapped up? And the tape they keep showing is edited.
Yep.
So what are you saying? An edited tape means there's something going on here.
Yes.
And how do you get wrapped up into a mat and your organs is missing?
Yes.
Right. So it's a lot going on. America has a great debt to pay. You know what I mean? And it's time to pay up. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't start a race war. We had to end one.
Facts.
You know what I mean? As you can see what's on my shirt. This has to end, and we need to get what's ours. Rightfully so.
So let's take a quick commercial break.
Quick commercial break.
And we shall return.
And we shall return.
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban XTV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
We're back.
Peace. I want to shout out King Simon, who just hit me up. Now, King, I'm going to put this off out there. Malcolm is going to be on like a paternity leave or something for a couple of weeks. Once the baby is here, whenever that comes, I want a series of co-hosts.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, King Simon, I'm throwing it out there. You can come up, sit with Dot, and we can kill two birds with one stone. We do what we do. You can do what you do. So, I'm throwing that out there, King. And that'll be soon, whenever it happens,
Yeah.
Just be alert. You know what I mean? We can come on up and chop it up. Anybody else y'all want to see that's in the New York area, let me know. I'll bring them in for a co-host. We not stopping because you out changing duty diapers and shit. And we might bring you in via Skype.
Yeah, I'm with that.
But don't be, just shut the fuck up. Hello, Urban X. This is me here. I'm just having a great time. Shut the goddamn baby up. I'll kick your. Yeah, life is going well with the new baby. So just make sure you prepared.
Yeah.
You ain't, wilding.
I will. Don't
know?
Worry. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Trayvon Martin's mother is in the discussion because she's running for local office, I believe. And a lot of people, somebody asked her, the defund the police question, and she kind of skated around it. And then that caused more eyebrows to raise, like, whoa.
But again, if you're going to play this game of politics,
dirty game.
It's a dirty game, and you become handcuffed. So you come in with the right mindset.
Yeah.
I want to change. I want to implement change. And then you get there and the good old boys show you that that's not how this is done.
Yeah.
We don't rock like that. Philip, man, thank you.
Thank you.
We don't rock like that. You know what I mean? And now you're going to say something like, big up the police, basically. And, your son, even though Zimmerman wasn't a police officer, he was acting, as a part of, law enforcement.
The law enforcement system was in place to railroad whatever justice was supposed to get.
So I don't want to pass judgment too fast.
Yeah.
Because I think her heart could be in the right place.
Yeah.
But what she's going to learn is, it's sort of like becoming a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
You seen Training Day.
Yeah.
You really think you out here to, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You find out this shit ain't what you thought it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and that happens in all jobs, even as a bus operator.
Yeah.
When I was in line training in the bus operator academy, they show you, you know, good morning. This is how you do it. And then you get out there and them drivers be like, man, fuck that shit, man. Man, you better close these goddamn doors. Get the fuck up out of it. It's a whole different animal when you actually get out there. And I think every job is kind of like that.
Yeah.
So what she's going to learn is she's going to be able to make small changes, but the police is an institution that sits above a lot of things. So I even heard Angela Davis was wilding.
Really?
Yeah, she said some things, you know, about police and, you know, in favor of the police.
You know who also said something? Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. He said a lot of things about, you know, losers and protecting the police and these losers, like they protecting us from these losers and
Yeah.
showing a lot of true colors.
Showing a lot of true colors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Angela Davis said some things. Of course, Trayvon Moms is saying a few things. And, you know, we're going to keep an eye on it, you know? Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
It was announced today that Roc Nation signed all three of the Ball brothers to a deal.
Okay, I will clap
Yeah,
that up.
management deal.
Management deal.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So they're not down with their father no more.
I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
I mean, you down with Rock.
Yeah. They should have did in the first place.
I said that.
Yeah, they should have did that in the
Our
first
very first sit-down lecture was on,
If you go find it, yeah.
what was the father's name?
LeVar.
LeVar Ball. And I basically told y'all to calm down.
Yes.
Because y'all was saying, he's going to break the system and he's going against the system.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, he ain't, it's big bank, take little bank.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And he wasn't in position to really rock like that. We saw Stephon Marbury try something similar, right? And you saw what happened to him. He had to go finish his career in China.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, great documentary, if you haven't seen it, on Stephon Marbury, about the love of the game and wanting to continue your career. But that move he made to show and prove that them sneakers was $9, right? Would pull the lid off some things.
Pissed a lot of people off.
Pissed a lot of people off. So LeVar and what's his son's name?
LaMelo,
No, the number
D'Angelo, and
Zoe.
no,
What's the
Lonzo,
old-
yeah, Lonzo, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Zoe. The idea was great,
yeah,
but you got to get in where you fit in, build up equity with how well he plays.
Yeah.
He didn't play well.
one, he didn't play well, and two, LeVar and they just had no infrastructure in place to kind of handle the influx of, mind you, a number 2 pick. People gonna try to show love off strength, right?
Well, yeah,
just
yeah.
off the strength, right? They didn't have the infrastructure in place to handle any of that.
Right. So Dr. King Messenger, I agree. LeVar Ball is a genius, but you have to have outlets to express that genius. You know how many geniuses we know in the hood who never get the opportunity. So I thought, just my humble opinion, his boys should have came in. They should have built up their brand so big that when they make that pivot, it's nothing the NBA can do.
Right.
Right? But he came in guns blazing,
Middle fingering
everybody,
Yeah.
and you don't do that. You score a few points with people who have low self-esteem, who think that's a victory, but that's checkers. Chess is you got to get in, build that equity, then make your pivot. LeBron did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He came in with agents and all of that old
yeah.
kind of stuff, and then when he became LeBron, he made that pivot. Ain't nothing they can do now. So that's what I call a chess move that can have sustainability.
Yes.
You know, LeVar came in talking smack, like he was gonna be the this, that, and that.
I get the because like I read 50 Cent's book and it was kind of like that strategy, but again it wasn't him that was doing it. He was trying to base his projections off of what his son could do, and his son didn't.
His son didn't do it.
His son didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I like Lonzo,
I do too. I do.
Yeah.
I think LA was the wrong place for him
Yeah.
at that time with all the turmoil that they had going on. Had he went somewhere else and just played ball, I believe he has the skill set. I think his brother is going to be better than him.
LaMelo's nasty.
LaMelo's going to be better than him, and the other one
He got it in the G League. So.
right. So he's going through the G League.
Yeah.
So 3 brothers in the league.
Which is amazing.
Amazing. Now the Rock is behind
Yeah.
them. Watch how Jay-Z and them finagle this. You know what I mean? And turn these guys into multi-millionaires. Then they can double down and do their own thing.
Side note.
Just
so,
my opinion.
Thank you to Janelle Naomi. Thank you for the donation. Real quick. So Tekashi 6ix9ine, he went at Jay-Z and Meek for working with that girl. What's her name?
Yeah, Carmen.
Carmen, who's the CEO at Rock Nation.
Who is a verified government informant.
So I don't know if he's on the, like, cause I understand exposing the hypocrisy, but I'm not sure who he has behind him to kind of protect him from.
Protect him from what?
True.
The way he was acting when he came in this piece, he doubling down. He home and he's doubling down, and this is getting crazy. But there is a lot of hypocrisy
all around
the board. Yeah, he is a known rat, but you know how many rats in this business? So let's not get started with that craziness.
Sure.
There's rats everywhere.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, agreed to sit in front of Congress to answer a few questions because they threatened to subpoena him because they wanted to talk to him about, these antitrust laws because Amazon is, like I said, they're wilding.
And they don't pay taxes out.
No, they don't. They're wilding.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
They're trying to buy up everything. So is Disney, but I don't know why nobody's trying to.
Well, that's because Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Mason of the highest order. But go ahead.
Yeah, so they need to. They definitely need to look into Amazon. And
Desiree, I'm sorry.
Desiree.
Y'all know me. I'm retarded. Literally. Yeah, Desiree is under. Desiree Perez. Yeah.
So they want to bring in Jeff Bezos, and I think that's something we should keep an eye on.
You think it's going to lead to something?
It needs to, because again, like, if you want any type of businesses to survive, they cannot own everything. Because
middle class America, all these small businesses are folding every single day.
Yeah.
And Amazon is doing everything.
Yeah.
And Amazon got drones.
Yes.
That in certain places will drop your package from a drone.
And we become, honest, and obviously, like, as Americans, just as humans, we become...
Me and L, thank you again.
We become slaves to convenience.
Yes.
So that's another reason why they've, taken off so much. But I think that's something we need to pay attention to.
Okay.
So, just putting that out there.
Let's put that out there. Let's pay attention
to
Jeff Bezos and what he has going on.
With that being said, let's take some questions.
Let's get some questions in.
And then we're going to get up out of here.
Let's get some questions on a Monday.
Oh, Trump's niece, she's actually writing a tell-all book. And apparently she was the source of the tax information that came out a few years ago when he was running.
But how much does she actually know?
True.
Is the question.
True.
How much does she know of critical information?
Yeah.
This is his niece.
Yeah.
So is it hearsay, or does she actually have something on the guard?
It could be a clout move.
Yes.
It definitely could be a clout move. In other news, so I thought this was funny. It's not really important, but Pusha T's son was born a couple days ago, and his middle name is Bricks.
Wow.
Brixx.
So when he's pushing his baby down the street,
he's pushing bricks.
He's pushing bricks.
You gotta love his commitment.
You gotta love that.
You gotta love his commitment.
Pushing these bricks, baby. Side note, there's a lady named Jazz Waters. She was the author of
Jazz Fly, yeah.
Yeah, Jazz Fly. When they see us,
yes,
she was found dead.
Yeah, she was found hanging. It was somebody else that I saw some speculations that it wasn't suicide, that she might have been killed, and
I'm just throwing it out there.
It was.
She looked vibrant. She looked young.
Yeah, man, she was dope. She wrote for This Is Us. She wrote for a few things.
Okay.
She was cool. I obviously didn't know, but I know her work, and that was like a big blow.
So our condolences go out to her and her family of what it is. That's very tragic.
Yeah. Somebody asked, "What's our thoughts on these lynchings?" We spoke about that at the beginning, but I think this is just kind of just the beginning of what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, you can't continue to piss off these extremists, right?
Yeah.
And expect nothing to happen. Now, to my gangbangers and out there, this is a time to protect your neighborhoods. All right? I'm just going to keep it a buck. You know, y'all talking about letting that thing go. Side note, they killed this girl, just graduated from her college, got an associate's degree. She was out celebrating here in New York in the park, and 2 dudes jump out of a car and just spray everybody in the damn park and kill her. She wasn't the intended target. And I'm like, geez, come on, this is getting disgusting. You know what I mean? Beautiful picture of her in the Daily News, and it looked like my damn daughter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Graduating, and you know, so it's very sad. So to these gangbangers, you got to be the first line of defense now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of shooting at each other, and I'm on the soapbox, but you want to impress me, protect our women, right? Protect our children, protect our elderly people, and y'all need to have some kind of truce with each other, because all y'all doing is perpetuating the same stereotype over and over again, and shooting. The anger you have to kill your brother, it's got to be redirected energy to protect your neighborhood, right? That's the day and time we in now. Thank you, Sheik David. And
Mel Ragsdale, what do y'all think about the new King of England? So I did my little rabbit hole on that.
Okay.
And it sounds fascinating. The King of King John III, I think his name is, sounds fascinating. If it goes through, then that'd be insane. Like if everything switches over the way it's supposed to,
right?
That'd be fascinating. But I think everybody should kind of do their own research on that. I'm not from the UK to really.
Sheik David asks, what are your epic predictions for the second half of 2020? Oh, well, I told you, alien invasion, COVID returns, a beautiful grandchild will hit the planet. You know what I mean? Change some things up for me. I might retire. You know what I'm saying? I get my little grandbaby and be like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. So I do believe we're in it. We're in the whirlwind, Dave. It's just we gotta ride this wave, because nothing will ever be the same, and it shouldn't be the same.
Yeah,
we should be in a period where we're better than we are today.
Yeah.
So for those who see in tragedy, you gotta step back and out of chaos is always order, and it's not always the order that they want. They have a game plan. We should have a game plan, because the only people who can survive this is us, right? So buckle up. It's going to be, like I said, you're going to see some aliens or UFOs in the sky. COVID will return. They're going to let you niggas out for the summertime, have some fun. And then, because then they're going to have that vaccine ready. So that's going to be a play. And I'm watching the board to see where they're going to put, when the vaccines come back into play, this and that. And so it's a lot going on. And we just kind of got to brace and be aware and try to be 2 steps ahead, so that we don't get caught in the mix of this.
Somebody said, what's your thoughts on Barnes & Noble no longer selling the Holy Bible? Sounds like religious discrimination. I didn't even know they stopped.
That's the most, they sell more Bibles than anything else in the world.
But
except when Muhammad Ali, it was in the Guinness Book of World Records, there was more books written about Muhammad Ali than God.
So, does Barnes & Noble sell like any other religious text?
I'm not sure. Do they sell the Holy Quran?
That's what I'm saying. If they don't,
do they sell the Torah? So in that case,
that means if they did, then that's religious discrimination.
Right.
You know
so I'm not really sure where that lies. But who owns the Bible? Somebody is the author of that. Somebody owns the publishing of that book. God don't own the publishing.
Oh, whoa! That person's probably like
a quadrillionaire.
Yeah.
Sure, the person who wrote the Bible.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. They're going to stage an alien invasion, then stage a fake return of the Christ with protectors and Project Bluebeam. I think so, Peyton. Or some variation of that. Come on. Our people fall for anything they see. And now, let's talk about this deep face thing they got.
Yeah, the deep fake.
Deep fake thing.
Yeah.
They're starting to master that.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That deep fake
thing. People that can do that just in their home. They just know how to do it. So imagine.
Right. So imagine when they master that, when they can put your face and have you saying things you didn't say. That's when things really get scary. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne, I see that's you in the club smacking that girl on her ass. That's deep fake. It's not me. That's deep fake. Brother's gonna try that one easy. That's deep fake. It ain't me. So this is where they're heading with this. And this technology, so they're blurring the lines between what is real, what is not real. So we have to really, really be prepared for that.
Somebody said, does Malcolm have a registry? We do have a registry. We registered on babylist.com. You can just type in Malcolm Bowser and you'll find our registry.
Yeah, Malcolm Bowser. So the list is still up?
Yeah, so
Okay.
even though a lot of it is
it's gone.
Yeah, we got
Maybe
a lot
y'all
of
should
it.
refresh it.
Probably
Put that PlayStation on there.
I need the PS5.
Put that PS5 on there.
PS5.
I saw this one meme, dude. This dude was opening up this big ass girl's twat. Like he was like, I gotta do what I gotta do to get this PS5. Yo, I fell out. Mad, aka Fada P. Peace, love, family. Malcolm, congrats.
Thank you.
To you and the wife and the new one you are bringing into this world. Black Dot, salute to you, Pops. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let's get some questions.
Somebody said that's why Snapchat shouldn't be used. Facts. Snapchat, TikTok is China spying on you anyway.
Yes.
That should be deleted. Even though Odyssey went like viral on TikTok like 3 times.
Yeah.
She has issues.
Okay, so the U.S. military is removing the army out of Germany. I heard about that. Do you guys?
They're not removing the entire army. They just cutting down the amount of troops to like 25,000.
Okay.
Yeah. The movie Us and Get Out seem to be relevant right now. I didn't like Us. I don't know. I just thought it was.
I didn't
all over
watch
the place.
it. I didn't watch
I
it.
thought it was all over the place.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like here to be. It was just like on to be on. Like I don't know. I couldn't explain it. It was
Gotcha.
just. Get Out was amazing. Like that was crazy. But Us was just like
They said dude who owned the rights to porn also owns the Bible. I'm starting on rumors now.
Yeah, you fake news, bro.
Don't be fake newsing us.
Somebody said, what's the correlation between Prince and the revolution in Minneapolis? Ooh.
I'm not sure. I didn't want to pull my shoulder out. I didn't have enough to kind of make the connection, so I kind of laid off of it, hoping those on a higher spiritual plane could have delivered something for me, and I really couldn't, so I just kind of laid off of it.
Somebody said Lunell's looking for a publisher, the comedian. She's writing a book.
Who's that?
Lunell, the short hair comedian. She used to be with Cat Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, got you. All right.
Maybe we could help her out. Tell her to get in contact with us. We publish books.
We do.
We do.
Let's wipe our feet. Yeah, let's get those likes up.
Somebody said
835. We can do that.
Yes, we talked about Oluwatoyin. I don't know. I don't want to say destroy her name.
Yeah, we don't want to destroy her name.
We talked about her at the top of the show. Yes,
we definitely talked about that at the top of the show, and all that we are going through. You know what I mean? As a collective, this is really getting out of hand, man. This thing is really.
Somebody said, Dot, Biden or what? Be real with me. So here's the thing. Every time we have one of these conversations about the election, I talk about possibly holding.
People give you hate mail.
Yo, bro, anytime I talk about holding the vote, people just like, yo, we need to vote. Or, it's nothing. It's voting to die. And I'm just like, okay, time out. Right? Since when has anybody we voted in had our best interests?
I've been waiting.
Ever.
I've been waiting.
Right? Since when has any Democratic nominee elect had our best interests? Ever.
Yeah, and that includes your boy Obama.
Like, let's be honest.
If we want to just look at, the facts. He helped gay people.
And then if you want to get
the police.
Again, if you want to be even technical, right? If you don't live in one of those battleground states, your vote really doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's vote really doesn't matter. So I cannot vote and they're still gonna vote for Biden in New York.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody or California. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just think
I'm big on change. Doing the same things and expecting a different result is collectively insanity for us. So that's why if we march after every killing and Crump, whatever his name, and we blow up some shit and then we go home and then the mothers get a check and then they shut them up and they move on, that's not progress. This particular march, there was an anomaly. Some things happened, and that was because white people saw an opportunity who had been cooped up in their houses, an opportunity to jump on this and make it something greater. So they hijacked the Black Lives Movement and turn this into something else.
You realize also a civil rights law just passed in the Supreme Court that protect LGBTQ community. Not to say that they don't deserve protection, but to say that the Civil Rights Act, which was for who? Us, right? So the LBG, that encompasses white, black, Asians, everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just
so that's a fancy way of saying civil rights no longer mean black people.
No longer mean black people.
Because it ain't saying civil rights for gay blacks. It's civil rights for LGBT. So everybody in that community receives those rights. So all of the benefits now, all of these funding, all of these grants for civil rights, now they fall up under that banner and they can usurp any resources that we were going to get to help us. And now, so when y'all say, you got to be careful.
And then, again, if you just hear the language that they're using, people of color, stuff like that, that's another way to backdoor some of these laws that were put in place, and that's because we're not paying attention.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Writing your ballot for Zoe Williams for president and Young Farrell for vice president. They can get my vote. Better than Biden? Shit.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. And have my vote. So do you think Farrell has a chance to win this?
No.
No, okay.
There are people with bigger platforms that have been deplatformed from YouTube that had no chance to help because, again, we get it mixed up that YouTube is a public platform and your constitutional right of free speech applies here. It does not.
It does not, right. So that may be the one thing. And then big bank take little bank.
Yes.
So even if he had a case, and I'm not saying he doesn't, he probably lined up his ducks.
He probably, I'm sure he does.
But $1 million is like a shit rock.
That is.
For YouTube. That's not even getting the ball rolling.
Man, they could tie that up in all types of
Right. So he might be better off, Young Farrell, if you're listening, to do what London Real did.
Yes.
Right?
Got their own platform.
Get your own, take that $1 million, for your people, your supporters, and open up your own platform where you have your own service. So now you don't have to worry about YouTube at all. Everybody who rocks with Young Farrell, I think that might be a better way to use the $1 million.
Yeah.
But that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna put $50 on it, irregardless.
Okay. Cool.
And I say that because I want to be on the right side of history. Right? I say irregardless. I keep saying that. Regardless, right?
Yes.
So I want to be on the right side of history. If this nigga win, I want to be like, all right. If he don't win and he want to do something else outside, at least I put $50 on it.
Yeah, it's just it's like Alex Jones. You got to think Milo, the gay white conservative dude.
Yes. They took a lot of people down.
They took a lot of people down. And then if you pay attention, if anybody has YouTube channels, they change their guidelines and community guidelines every other day to fit what they want to fit for that time.
Right. Tim Johnson said, "What's on my shirt?" It said, "We are not here to start a race war. We are here to end one." From 1619 currently going. So we here to end this race war. We've been in a race war since the minute we showed up here. And Malcolm's shirt says, Eda did? No? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic in my thinking. Juneteenth, 1865, Independence Day. So this weekend is going to be rocking. I think I saw Red Pill, shout out Red Pill. He said, I think he's on now, down the dial, with his Melanin Mondays. He said he's going to be in North Carolina on Thursday. They're going to be in Atlanta on Friday. And that's going to lead into, the Father's Day weekend. So it's a lot going on. Some protests and some other things they're doing. I think Red Pill, 19 Keys, Blue Pill, the whole team.
Okay, cool.
They're going to be out there rocking. So shout out, Red Pill and the team.
Is that it? Don't forget to subscribe to the blog at subscribe to the blog at urbanx.nyc. The link is actually in the description. You can just subscribe, get your discount code for 10% off anything on the site, plus free shipping, anything of your purchases over $50.
$50 and above.
For this week. What else?
That's pretty much
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Did we get 1,000? We still didn't get 1,000.
We need 1,000 likes before we get.
Yeah, we gotta get 1,000 likes. Come on,
so let's
y'all.
answer some more questions. Let's get 1,000 likes before we get.
Work with us. 1,600 in the chat. only 890. That's like 56% or something, you know.
Somebody said Umar Johnson's running for president. I vote for him.
I vote for Umar. Sure enough.
Yo.
We should make hats to match the Johns. We will.
Yeah, we will.
We will. We back on the hat
Yeah.
tip. Black Dot, what happened to Griff? I'm not sure. Unless something happened recently. I just saw him on the air a day or two ago. So you got to be more specific. More Pacific. Who's hanging black people? Listen, and these racists are moving in stealth mode. Right? So you walking alone and they running up on you and they stringing you up. So let's be careful. You know what I mean? Well, what's going out here? How would you feel if Trump gave reparations to black men only? Does that say men?
Yeah, but to black men.
Black man only?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what you mean. 950. All right, we almost up to a rack with these likes.
I don't know.
I'm not good for blacks. What happened to Bobby Hemmett? I think Bobby is well. Last I heard, Bobby was well. Bobby's put his work in. You know what I mean? So
Rep towards King of the City. I want to know what Malcolm got against him. I don't got nothing against you. I know you.
Malcolm, what you do?
We got beef. I donated to your baby shower, top donor, and you. Thank you. I'm so listen to everybody that donated. And if you watched the baby shower, there's a lot that was happening.
Yeah.
A lot that was going on. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're actually gonna open up an account for Little Men this week.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Yes.
Right, because his granddad gonna need some money. All right.
We're actually gonna open
So
up.
I know I can talk to him. Papa, I'm not sure you should be going. Shut up! Don't tell your father nothing. I'm going.
Somebody said, when does the Prince do cancer season? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is doing cancer season. So.
He is doing cancer season. Is the quarter still worth anything? I mean,
no, it's not.
If I get my grandson,
no, it is not.
Hey, hold on there, Junior.
Somebody said, how's the digital marketing course going? Oh, I actually completed it.
He completed the course.
Got my Google certification for
So
ads.
what does that mean for the people? First of all, let's clap that up.
Yeah.
Clap that up.
Yes. So I can get a job at a digital marketing agency or freelance, or the original plan was to help our own company proficiently manage Google Ads accounts, Facebook ads,
and we can offer that service.
And I can offer that service to you for a fee.
For a fee.
See your business, to help your business out and manage your business, because I am certified.
Yeah, certified. We don't play. All right, we almost at 1,000. We need 10 more likes. Jeez, can we get to 10 likes?
Somebody said, you're stressing the daddy. Yeah, man, I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I put together the crib yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
It took me like 4 hours.
Yeah, he did.
Put that thing together, though.
Sure enough.
I was hyped.
With 992 with the likes. Jerry said we at 1K.
And again, don't forget to share this podcast. Don't forget to share, because like we said last week, on our Thursday show, a lot of people weren't getting the notifications. A lot of people weren't seeing it. A lot of people said they were unsubscribed.
Right.
So don't forget to share, to like, subscribe, and share everywhere. We're going to do our best to share it as well. And we're going to make sure, we got to fight the algorithms. We got to fight the YouTube algorithms. You know what I'm saying?
So Hotep Thomas says, when is Miss Dot going to be helping host the Hulk? She'll be back next week. She was actually out of town this week.
Yes.
For the Hulk series.
Wow, y'all didn't appreciate hearing my voice?
Yeah, they was like, bruh, we like you, but please. What happened to...
And we got 1,000 likes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Dot, do you know what happened to Better... I don't know what that means, bro.
Wait, what are you reading?
Dynamite says, Dynamite Reacher says, Dot, what happened to Better Bigilius?
I don't know who that is. I think that might be somebody.
I gotta put my glasses
who was lynched.
Wait a minute, I shan't put my glasses on. I can't read this stuff. No, I don't know what that is, bro. So I'm sorry about that.
When his brother Oba coming back? I don't know, but I'm actually going to see Oba this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Me and Mom's.
Going to toss the shells.
Yeah.
See what's good.
Me and Mom's going to see Oba.
That's what it's about, baby. So when he has his book ready, maybe I can have him up here as a host.
Facts.
if his work is ready, you know, we can do something nice. Yep.
So, guys, with that being said, we love you. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
Always. We will see you guys Wednesday for the Hulk and then Thursday for the next episode of the Urban X podcast.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. If you want the discount, don't forget to visit urbanx.nyc and subscribe to the blog.
Yes.
You'll get weekly newsletters about new episodes, new sales,
Yes.
new things that are happening. And, you know, we just want you guys' support for the Urban X Nation. And with that being said, peace.
Peace.